The Pragyaparamita lineage and the Vishwakarma caste has to do everything with the Creator, our Father in heaven, because our Father in heaven that created heaven and earth, who created everything, has a direct connection to the Vishwakarma caste. And Vishwakarma means, Vishwa means world, karma means your work. So it's Vishwakarma is directly related to creation. He's called the architect of the world, the Vishwakarma god. There's a Vishwakarma god, and the Vishwakarma god called the creator of the universe. He is the architect. He makes everything. So in that, you can correlate directly that with the Vishwakarma caste that make things with their hand. Like they will forge a knife, they will forge a sword, they will forge a kukri, they will make dresses, they will make cultural outfits, they'll make jewelry, they'll make cultural jewelry. They'll make ritual objects for temples like bells and vajras, temple objects such as like bowls and all the different things that these bound needs for their temples. All the kamis are actually making all of those religious ritual objects that are extremely valuable, culturally valuable. And if you do not make it right, it's not right. So you have to be lineage based to make a proper vajra. If you make a random bell, it's not going to ring properly. It's not going to have a spiritual value because it's not made properly. So if you want to make a temple bell, it has to be made properly. That skill set is in the Vishwakarma caste and clan, and they hold that lineage, and it's been passed down from generations, and it is not something you go to college and learn. These are meditative type tasks, the craftsmanship that you need incredible attention and focus, like a shaman, to create these things because they are highly detailed. And every details, let's say in a vajra, is highly detailed, and everything has to be perfectly presented for that vajra to be a vajra. For example, the Vishwakarma god is known to have made the vajra as well. The brainwashed bounds, they just discriminate without understanding these things. So they're easily brainwashed, and they consider themselves Brahmins, the most educated and knowledgeable, but they are the most brainwashed because they do not use common sense, and they do not see the connection of like our position. The connection between the Vishwakarma's position and life is direct. It's even more essential than education. If you do not have clothing, you are going to be naked and ashamed. So the bounds should not even wear the clothes made by the Damai, which is a Vishwakarma caste that makes clothing. Their job is to make clothing. The Kami's work, the Vishwakarma's work, is actually more essential. It's more direct. It's more directly applicable than the education stuff that the bounds are doing. So to have, in Buddhism, they say, to have the dharma, to even start a dharma, you need some food in your belly. You need to drink a glass of water. You need the basics to do the dharma. You need somewhere to sleep. You need somewhere to rest. You need the basics to do the dharma, to even start. So the bounds are coming from a different positioning, that everything for them is like just learning. It's all theory based. It's just learning, and it's ungrounded. So they discriminate. So it's all theory. It's all like in their la la land, in their head, that they feel that they are higher and bigger than someone. So because they are told that and they are taught that. And scriptures can be easily manipulated. Satan is known to write his own religion. Satan is known to manipulate time. Satan is known to manipulate scriptures. So he can manipulate scriptures and change some detail in the story and make it very authentic, natural, and real, and change some details in the sutras, in the scriptures, will make someone lower and someone higher. Or they can put that indication in your head that, hey, you are higher than that person. They can even telepathically make you understand verses in that way. So that's why in the Buddhism in the ancient times, they were not writing anything. Everything was verbally passed down, because when it's verbally passed down, you cannot manipulate the writing. It's all verbal knowledge that's been passed down. But when it's written somewhere, anyone can come and edit it and make it and reshape that to benefit their own system. And we don't know, because so many years have passed and we don't know if that scripture is authentic or not. So that's what Satan does, and that's what his position is. So the Vishwakarmas have more of a direct application and a direct relationship with life and with communities. Our service is before education. Our service is before knowledge. Our service is even before prayer. You have to wear a decent piece of clothing before you go out in a temple. What we do, our profession, our job as a Vishwakarma comes even before prayer. So these are just the basic, the most essential, the most crucial things that you absolutely need. And if you're going to discriminate the most basic, essential, you haven't even solved that within yourself, and you're discriminating the world based on the most basic essentials. How are you going to take that step forward and go and think that you're going to do a good worship today in the temple, or you're going to teach a great teaching to someone while you have all this discrimination filled in your body and your mind? And even the clothes that you're wearing comes from a damai, comes from a lower caste. And then you go out and teach about how great you are and you are the highest. But if the damai can come and strip that clothes off you, then the bound doesn't have a proper means to teach. No one wants to learn from a naked bound. And that's what the great Prajna Paramita is about. It is about revealing the naked identity of a human being or anyone. So the Prajna Paramita reveals the naked truth. It reveals the naked truth. Do not discriminate the basic things that is giving you a foundation. It's giving you your most basic setting, your foundation of life. A plate of food, a glass of water, that glass, that plate, that spoon, that table, that clothing was made by Vishwakarmas, and that is your foundation. That's what makes you a human before even your education. These things you have to use your common sense to understand, because if you haven't got the foundation right, if you haven't had your initial setting, your initial foundation is incorrect, then everything you do from that foundation is incorrect. Prajna Paramita will actually reveal the naked truth of everyone. And if you are discrimination based, Prajna Paramita will let you discriminate, so that ultimately she will reveal your true nature, that you are an extreme discriminator. When we go through discriminations and when we have all this caste system, all of that is actually a spiritual setting. It's a Vajrayana spiritual setting. It's a tantric setting. And everything is done via our actions, what we think, how we operate. Everything is made transparent by our great mother, Prajna Paramita. So if you are going to be yourself as a bound and discriminate other people, oppress other people, Prajna Paramita is actually extracting and revealing that personality of yours to the world. And when Prajna Paramita shows up, when the Great Mother shows up in the world, then you will be ashamed, and then you will realize how wrong you were and what you discriminated against and who you discriminated against and how wrong you were. Because Prajna Paramita is ultimately the wisdom. The Prajna Paramita means the perfection of wisdom. She is the wisdom. And bounds are considered like the learned, educated people, but they are the ones teaching discrimination. But the Prajna Paramita is the knowledge that is coming from the Vishwakarma lowest caste system. So the bounds have no standing, zero, no standing in the face of the Great Mother, Pragya Paramita. They have no standing, they have no ground. Pragya Paramita will pull the rug beneath your feet, and that's what it is. The bounds they literally have no ground when it comes to the Great Mother, Pragya Paramita. What they are teaching is their own ignorance. So they're not teaching anything, but they're just there to bring out all the ignorance and share the ignorance with the whole world. And all the people that have been suppressed and discriminated are actually the space. They are the space that this type of discrimination is allowed, and their identity and their caste and their body and their mind has been used to discriminate against, so that we can reveal the real demonic nature of these bounds. So we can reveal the demons. So we can reveal the bounds. We can reveal the real Rakshas. We can reveal the real demons that these bounds are. So we can reveal that. So we allow that space. So they come into our space. We allow our body. We allow our mind. They come into this Vishwakarma space and they discriminate us. And they try to desecrate us. They try to humiliate us. They try to take everything from us and never give us credit and never give us thanks for the outfit that they wear. Never give us thanks for the ritual objects that they use, and continue to ignorantly discriminate against us. But the Prajnaparamita does not work in that sense. So one-dimensional perspective, it is not like you discriminate me and I'm discriminated. It's not like a one-dimensional thing. Prajnaparamita does not operate that way. Prajnaparamita is supreme. She operates from every angle that there is in the universe. That's how she operates. So from the lowest human mind, from the lowest human perspective, we might think that on a very shallow, superficial level, we will see the bound discriminating. You will see a victim and you will see a victimizer. You will see an oppressor and you will see the oppressed. You will see a raper and you will see the one that's being raped. You will see a thief and you will see a house. So you will see two things. There's always a negative force and a force that is being oppressed. A thief that goes into someone's house and robs something. The bound is a thief. The bound is a raper in this context, because they are in that authoritative position to rape someone. They are in that authoritative position to steal, go into someone's home and steal something. They are in that authoritative position to oppress and push someone down. They are in that authoritative position to put themselves higher and to put someone lower. That's what it is. It is the victim and the victimizer. It is the oppressor and the oppressed. On a superficial level, it is the thief entering a house. It is a raper entering a house to rape a person. In a very superficial level, it is a one-sided direct oppression or an attack. But within the Pragyaparamita lens, within the Prajnaparamita lens, it's a little bit different, because the Prajnaparamita is all about Tantra. And within that tantric space, how I look at it is like, you come into my ground and reveal your true identity to me. I want to see what you do. If I am a Vishwakarma, the lowest caste, what would you do to me? I want to know that. So that's how the Prajnaparamita operates. So there is another major angle that is missing. There are many major angles that are missing. But in the superficial sense, in the direct, one-dimensional, linear sense, there is a victim and a victimizer, an oppressor and the oppressed. There are two scenarios. Within a tantric space, it takes a completely different form. That very basic linear one-dimensional space turns into a multidimensional space. And that is your Vajrayana tantric space. It comes alive and everything is naked and you will see the truth. It is almost like an mirage. It is like an illusion, like a mirage. It will set up a theater. It will set up a ground, and Prajnaparamita wants to see what you will do and how you will react in those instances. So Prajnaparamita is judging through your own actions, through your own choices And through your own intellect, what do you do? Like if someone makes you oppress someone, are you going to oppress them? If someone makes you bully someone, are you going to bully them? If someone says, let's go rape some people, and you will join your friends and go and rape people, so are you going to do that? If someone says, let's go do drugs and steal and rob someone's property, are you going to do that? So Prajnaparamita will allow that space, will actually allow that space in her tantric form, in her tantric setting. Prajnaparamita will allow that space, and she will see what you are going to do, because Prajnaparamita will show you your own identity, your own naked truth. Prajnaparamita will show you your own true nature, and that's what it is. So we have to understand that within the tantric space, and we have to change the positioning, change the lens of the caste system. Before it was like this way, but now you have to look at it through my angle as well. Before it was coming, everything was the bounds angle, and we are like, but now the bound has to look at our angle. So we are going to present our angle as well, and that will be the Vajrayana tantric space, and our angle is the real angle. It's not the temporary false angle of like temporary discrimination and a temporary theater, a temporary mirage of Pragyaparamita. It's not that. Our tantric space of the Pragyaparamita, or the tantric space of a Father in Heaven, the Yab Yam tantric space of method and wisdom, that is a real space. Because once you are revealed in that Yab Yam space, once your identity is revealed in that method and wisdom space, that is your spiritual identity, and that will determine your place in heaven or hell. And that's how powerful the Vajrayana tantric space is. The Prajnaparamita lineage is born through a Vishwakarma Kami lineage. So what does that mean for you culturally? You have to unpack that and decode that and understand that yourself, what it means for you, and understanding the Prajnaparamita as a tantric space, how that tantric space actually allows for the revelation of the real discriminators, of the real haters, the people that have easily taken into those systems and are happily discriminating, not doing anything about the discrimination and not speaking against it, and not doing anything but just following it and believing it, and being happy to be in a better and a higher position than other people. So think about that, and see your own position in that tantric space, and don't look at it through just the bound as the abuser and you as the abused, or bound as a thief and you as a home. Don't look at yourself as that, but now look at the home as a tantric space, Yab Yam, of we are inviting the thief and we are inviting him into our home, and we're like, let's invite this thief and see what he does, and let's reveal his identity. We are offering a home to reveal the identity of this thief. We are offering a home to reveal the identity of this raper. We are offering a home to reveal this identity of this murderer. That's what it is. So sometimes what the tantric space does, it will actually open its home to the demonic army. It will open its home to the thief. It will open its home to the murderer. It will open its home to the raper. So that's what the tantric space is, and that's like the mother tantra. You do your tantra in a charnel ground. You do your tantra in a graveyard where there's full of dead people, full of corpse, full of bounds, full of rakshas, full of maras, full of racist people, full of sexist people, full of educated people. So you do your tantra in that charnel ground, of educated people charnel ground, or PhD people charnel ground, or your bound charnel ground. So these are all demonic infestation. So that's the position of our Father in Heaven. So he actually lends his home In his tantric space, he invites all the demons and reveals everyone's identity.